Toastmaster Surangar. Speech Project 3CC Manual and speech title, Don't Let the Free Gift Steal Your Sleep.
You got married during a clearance sale. You selected a spouse, but never realized there was a special promotion going on. A free gift for any item you choose. As a result, although you only wanted just a spouse, you ultimately ended up not only with a spouse, but also with a mother-in-law, a father-in-law, and a heap of heterogeneous people called in-laws as your free gift. Don't let the free gift steal your sleep. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Allow me to enlighten you on how to manage your in-laws. Troublesome in-laws are a distraction we could do well without. But if properly managed, they could also become a very loyal and effective support group. It by no means is an easy task, but worth the effort. Because the return on the time you invest on it will last for the rest of your married life. Allow me to share a few ideas to get you started. Rule number 1. No divided loyalties. This is the primary rule. You may be the most loved child in your family for your parents, but in an in-law issue, you must, I repeat, you must stick by your spouse's side. After all, you are in this together. Never ever put your spouse in a situation where he or she has to choose between you and one of his or her relatives. Respect and understand each other's bond with your parents, grandparents and siblings and the rest. But at the same time, define a clear boundary where the in-laws are and are not allowed into your life. Always remember, good fences make good neighbors, and your in-laws must be neighbors into your very private family life. Rule number 2, communication. Effective communication clears a lot of smoke. It helps you to see situations from your in-laws' point of view. I'll share a story with you. One of my friends hates beef, never eats, never cooks. And her mother-in-law was perfectly aware of this situation. However, whenever they visited the mother-in-law, she always makes sure to prepare beef curry. My friend was furious. She thought the mother-in-law was harassing her. And it finally came to a situation where she couldn't stand it anymore. And she decided to take up the matter directly with the mother-in-law. To her surprise, she realized that beef has been and is still the favorite dish of her husband's family. And this poor mother-in-law was just trying to please the taste buds of her beef-deprived son. Rule number 3, be mature. Your parents love you in thick and thin. They are programmed to love you. It's in the blood. But your in-laws don't necessarily have to. If you are lucky, they'll adore you. If not, so be it. Now this is for you girls. It is common acceptance that mothers hold on to their son as long as they live. So she might treat your husband as if he is still her little boy. Try as hard as you may, but it's a fact that you can never change. Be mature. Learn to tolerate. Take it on the chin and move on with your life. Even if your spouse has parents from hell, they still are his or her parents. But if your spouse is from hell, that of course is a different story. That is your fault, your wrong choice. Last but not least, be patient, be kind, and learn to cool off. Because in many sensitive issues in life, the best thing to do is to do nothing. Time heals many wounds. And mind you, many wounds do heal. So if I recap my ideas, in-law management is all about LCM, loyalty, communication and maturity. Remember, if you stick with your spouse, you will be stuck with those in-laws for the rest of your life. With them, you have, now it's a bit too late for you to reverse that fact. You welcome this group of people into your life the day you got married. So that leaves you with only two options now. Either to return the punches and continue the conflicts, or to enjoy that gift by managing your in-laws. I want you all to do the latter. That's why I share this valuable information with you. But my part is now done. And the ball is in your court. Good luck with it.